can easily pass off as a scene from an action flick. But actually, it's one Chinese ship crashing into another. As the plot thickens, let's rewind a bit. The action began with a hot pursuit at sea, the South China Sea to be specific, as footage released by the Philippine Coast Guard shows. The ship seen in the background is a Chinese Coast Guard vessel and it is chasing a Philippine patrol vessel. The incident occurred near the disputed Scarborough Shoal. When the Philippine Coast Guard escorted vessels distributing aid to fisherfolk in the area, the Chinese Coast Guard saw it as an intrusion into waters that China claims at its own and followed the so-called intruder. It even tried to hit the Philippine vessel with a water cannon. The Philippine Coast Guard says the Chinese missed the target. And all this happened while the vessels were at great speed. As the distance narrowed, suddenly a PLA Navy ship entered the frame and rammed into the Chinese Coast Guard vessel. The bow of the smaller ship suffered significant damage. Moments before the crash, there were people standing there. It is not clear what happened to them. And even the Chinese Navy ship took a beating. The Philippine Coast Guard says it offered medical assistance and recovery support but got no response.
9701, we have medical personnel on board. Should you need any assistance, we are willing to provide assistance.
China has so far not spoken about the collision or the losses it suffered. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard has felicitated the crew of its vessel that survived the Chinese onslaught. The Philippines has frequently faced maritime aggression from the Chinese but will not give in to bullying, as the Secretary of National Defense told Strat News Global last week.
We see ourselves, contrary to China's narrative, as a target of China's desire for dominance, for hegemony per se, without influence of any other power. Now India has a land, they have overlapping land claims with China. And of course there have been some tensions.
Of course.
And it is very, very useful for us to learn from India's example, that there can be no soft power without hard power.
True. And standing up to a bully is an important foreign policy objective.
Appeasement only breeds more hunger.
For more such stories, subscribe to SNG News, hit the like button and follow for more news updates.